Welcome to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about navigation for Warframe beginners. So without further ado, let's get into the navigation, which is at the front of your lander, which is a ship you're on. And you'll probably have Earth, or if you've gone a little bit further, you'll either have Mars or Venus. But I'm going to take Mars because Mars is where I want to... Well, actually, we'll have a look at the Void here. So you'll obviously not have the Void. This will be unlocked for you for a later date. But there's a couple of things that I want to comment on. And we'll go back to the Mars as well, because there's some other bits there. But basically, why am I showing you this and why is it important? Well, the reason being is because most of the game happens randomly in terms of there's events, invasions, activities, bounties, bonuses, all sorts of stuff that happen throughout the entire map. However, you can't access that if you haven't already unlocked the nodes. Not only that, but whilst you're online, you can passively get resources as well. But again, none of that can happen until you unlock the map, or at least sectors of the map. And what do I mean by unlocking it? Well, basically, if you look here, we have these little markers here. These here are connection points that you can basically click and it'll take you over. However, when you get down towards the later section, they do change a little bit. You will, however, have junctions before you can get to it. So earlier on in the game, they introduced it where basically you can do things to get more rewards, and that will help you build your arsenal, build your credits, build your mods and stuff like that. So it's a great way of building up. But most of it will probably look like this, where you can't click it, you can't see it, and you'll have the flashing blue triangles, diamonds, sorry, here. This here is an unlocked node to be played, but it is not a completed node. They are completely locked, and when they're white like this, they are completed nodes. Back to Mars. As you can see at the moment, I don't have Mars complete. I have 2 nodes flashing. And you'll know the difference because if I go to Earth, there's none of that pulsing. Oh, actually there is, because Drifter's Camp is there, which you won't have. However, all the nodes are complete. So because the nodes are complete, I can deploy an extractor. And that will now give me one of these 4 and some bits to it. It's not much, but it's something that you can do whilst you're offline. They take several hours, and you know, you don't need to interact with them until you come online and you collect them all again. So that's kind of what you're aiming for. However, once you've done this, you'll get junctions, which I've mentioned. As you can see, again, they give you extra quests, they give you rewards. So your aim is to basically try and unlock as many of these as possible, because the more you do, the more you're going to get resources. Markers like this little 3 triangle thing here, are free roams. Markers like this, you probably won't have this. This is a nightmare mode. But they generally mark nightmare modes. They generally mark other things that are happening as well. You also have these little tenor markers here. These are bonuses. So as you can see on this one at the moment, if you do this excavation, you get 15% resource drop chance, 12% affinity bonus from kills, and an 8% affinity bonus from melee kills. So 20% there potential. And these run here so that you can actually do them. So there's another one there. So whilst you're trying to level up and get yourself somewhere, look out for these here. And you can potentially get yourself some extra credits and affinity. Affinity is basically experience. I have actually seen the game declare it as an XP bonus before now, which is very rare because it normally refers to everything as affinity. Affinity means you can level up everything, and the way affinity works, I'll just briefly discuss it now, is that basically whatever you earn is split between all of your items that you have. So if you have all of your weapons that aren't leveled up, it will split it between all 3 of them. Or 4 if you've got 4. Your companions also count, and so do your Warframes. So from there, you got that monster. You've also got things like this here, which are fissures, which you will gain access to as well. Again, you can't access these fissures if you haven't already unlocked the node, and you will know when you have completed a set on the map, because you get this little symbol here next to the name. You can see that Mars, because I've got the 2 flashing ones, I don't have the symbol there. So it's not technically complete until I complete these 2 here. Another thing to note, you will have things like the Kuva stuff when you unlock it. That's what they look like. You'll also have things like that. That's an assassination target. And you've got your junctions as well. To know what to do, your junction will actually tell you what to do. So you can see defeat the sergeant on Iliad on Phobos. So even though we want to go to Ceres, we have to go to Phobos. And to be able to go to Phobos, we have to refine a void relic once at the console in your orbiter. Obtain void traces from void fissures to refine relics in your orbiter. And then you got open 3 lift void relics. So you can see the icon again, which we saw on Earth. I thought I saw it on Earth. Could be wrong. Was it on Mars? No, it might have already gone. They're on a timer, but not to worry because you've got void fissures here as well, and I'll talk about this map in this section in a second. You've also got Archon hunts, which you won't have yet, but they are there and available. So, you've also got a couple of other things to note as well. You've got the bazaars. Maru's Bazaar is a friendly location, and that will generally be introduced to you if you complete the quests, which these junctions will kind of force you directly down that path. You don't have to keep backing out, but if you do, if you right click, you can back out and you can see everything you've got on here. As you go through the quests, more things will become available to you, like the Kuva Fortress, the Void, and stuff like that. You also have your dojo as well, if you have a clan. If you don't have a clan, then make sure you check one out, because they are actually pretty useful to have, because they give you resources and research for new weapons. And as you can see, for me, I've got 3 planets there and Ceres as well. Oh, I've got Saturn and Mercury as well. They're all unlocked completely, so I can deploy resources on them. Realistically, there isn't a real way to go on the map. You can do it any which way you want, whichever way you've comfortably got it. However, what I will say is get Nightwave as soon as you can. Oh, I've unlocked another rank up there. Very nice. Nightwave give you little bonuses. Okay, whatever. You do get challenges, so whilst you're completing your missions, you'll get these challenges that you can complete whilst you're... Which is, you know, whilst you're doing whatever you're doing, you're going to be completing them, and they give you a little bit of extra bonuses as well. So they're definitely something to check out and look at. Keep that in mind. However, as I say, there is no real way on whichever way you do it. What I will recommend is obviously try and complete all of Earth, because Earth also has Cetus, which is a open area, a free roam zone. And obviously there's a little of few extra things that you'll get on there. Like Dog Days is the current event that we've got, which is in that area as well. So yeah, map, unlock it however way you want. Hopefully that means now you can understand what all the symbols are in it. Let's have a look at what else is on the map as well. Well, the Duvri Protocol is what you'll have if you've completed it. Duviri. You don't need to worry about that at this early stage, but you do want to get into there when you can. You've also got Railjacks, which are now back into the game, which is nice. On the top here, you've got, if you hover over here, you've got your actual profile, what you're carrying and all the ranks on it. You can also see your profile. You can also change here. If you click here, you can actually change it so people don't join you. So you can have it where it's friends only, invite only, or solo. I would recommend leaving it public because people will come in and help you. However, if it's going too fast for you, then drop it down to either friends or invite or even solo. You can invite squad members, friends, clan members, or recent players if you so wish. This is why having a clan is good. You also got little icons here for all of your characters. This is actually your loadout, so you can click on this and it'll change your loadout. You've got your current active mission. If you click that, it will load up your current active mission you've got. Any boosters you have is in this little slot here. Good to note. Events, as I've just shown you, the Dog Days. Current active quests. These won't all be in here. You may need to go to your codex. You have alerts, which you can see there's actually a lot more than 2 that it says on there. It's because it's the weekly alerts that it's telling me about rather than all the siphons and the nightmares, because they're additionals. You then have invasions. Invasions are really good because you actually get things like detonite injectors, field drones, field drone. They're actually pretty hard to get hold of, so they're good to have, like, if you want to do it. You also have this here, so you can see who's winning and what. It's pretty cool. You have a syndicate, which we'll go through at a later stage, but that'll be on there as well. You have all of your void fissures that are available. As you can see, because I have most of the areas unlocked, I actually can have access to all of them. However, you will look on this and you will have very few of them available at the beginning. You've got sorties as well. When you unlock them, you can do sorties, and they do usually give you really nice things like legendary cores. You can get Warframe adapters, formers, Orokin catalysts, Orokin reactors. All them things will help you massively for your Warframe. However, as you can see, it's level 50 to 60, so maybe start off a later date. And then anything else additional will go on her, like I've got Archon Hunt and stuff like that. So hopefully that'll help you out on understanding the navigation menu. There isn't really much about it. I just wanted to clarify things that are like this here, where you can't gain access to it. Obviously, if you look at the Void as well, the Void is actually split into 4 sectors. So to complete the Void fully, you have to do Sedna, Phobos, Europa, and Neptune, which basically means you've got to do everything, because they all pretty much connect. If you actually hover over, you can actually see where the connections are. So if you go there, you can actually see where all of them join from. So you could technically do Neptune without doing Uranus and Saturn, because you can go from Pluto, but you'll probably find that one of these junctions may stop you from doing it. So you got to do Uranus there to be able to get to Neptune. But you might be able to do it from Pluto. See, there's no junction here, so you can get through and go through to Neptune and then jump through to the Void from there. There we go. Obviously the dojo isn't connected, and neither is the Kufa Fortress, but the Kufa Fortress does move around the map. So any questions or comments about the navigation or anything that you are not clear about, please let me know in the comment section, but hopefully that clears up a few things and shows you how to progress through and why you're doing things. But until next time, everybody, take care for now, and I shall see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.